All right, everybody, welcome back to Girls Talk Ball. This is a finance podcast.
Happy Life of a Showgirl release day!
Happy Life of a Showgirl Eve to all who celebrate.
I am celebrating.
Yeah, the listening party is tomorrow, so we'll talk ball tonight because tomorrow we will be very busy.
Amen to that. I bought a ticket to go see the movie thing on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, wait, what is the movie thing?
I have no idea. It's like a live listening party in theaters, and then there's like some exclusive behind the scenes stuff. I'm sure it's going to get released to streaming now, but there's a movie theater right now next door to my apartment, and you can pay $99 a year and get unlimited movie tickets.
Oh, that's so nice. That's a good deal.
So I try to go like at least once a month if there's anything I want to see in there. And I saw that and I said, okay.
Because like a movie ticket itself for like a nighttime movie is probably, I don't even know. I haven't been to movies in so long, but it's probably what, $12 or $14 by now?
They charge $15.50.
$15.
So no, I only have to go to the movies 6 times in a year to break even.
Easy. You can do that easy.
1,000%.
Did you see the thing about the wedding
7
conspiracy
times
thing? It's not a conspiracy. It's like
apparently the thing where she offered to pay for
the Rhode Island wedding venue on 6/13. Do you think that was really her?
And you know what? I don't care if it is or if it isn't. If somebody comes to me while I'm planning my wedding and is like, hey, I will pay for your entire wedding and your honeymoon if you will just let me have this date, say less, babes. Say less.
Yeah, because then my wedding just got a lot better. Like I'm getting much nicer things.
We're going for the top shelf liquor package. We're getting the dance floor, the canopy lights, canopy florals, like the whole 9 yards. And then we're going to Lake Como for the honeymoon. Like
1,000%.
No, screw it.
On a private jet.
Bora Bora on a private jet.
Oh, that's the dream.
Mm-hmm. I'm honestly more surprised that she's not doing it at her vacation home.
I'm not, because I feel like you still want it to be like, I wouldn't want to get married at my house. Like it's still her house.
Yeah, I do get that.
So yeah, hopefully that bride takes her up because might as well cash in. I
mean, seriously, take full advantage of it. If you don't, let's trade places so that I can get that deal. And then I can do what my mom did and book the church before securing the fiance.
Stop it. That did not happen.
Yeah.
I need to hear this story. Sorry, everyone. We'll talk about it in a second.
My mom knew that my dad was going to propose and her church that she wanted to get married at, like it booked super far out in advance. So my mom went ahead and booked the church and essentially told my dad, well, I'm getting married on June 25th. Hope you're there. He hadn't even proposed yet.
That's fantastic. I love that your mom just took that initiative. I will be there in a white dress.
Yeah, no, sure like if you're there, great. If not, oh well, somebody else is going to want to marry me.
Oh, that's perfect. That's so funny.
Oh, it's a hoot.
All right. The Kentucky Wildcats are coming to Athens.
I'm really we're going to start somewhere else. I got nervous.
No. This one's easy.
Yeah, I mean,
this
you know what though? I think I've learned my lesson to shut my mouth with this offensive line and this play calling. I don't know what to expect anymore.
So the Dogs are coming off a loss at home to Bama that we all witnessed last week. That was a rough one.
It is 4th and 1. You have the chance to tie the game and go to overtime. You also have a running back who is averaging 11 yards a carry, and you hand the ball to Cash Jones.
I would not be mad at that call if, hear me out, our O-line could block. However, they haven't really shown that they could block.
Not in a single game this season.
Or last season, which I know it's a new year, it's a different season, but I
mean, if Sam Pittman hasn't been to Athens yet, I don't know what to say and I don't know what to think.
I heard some rumors that he's just done and he's just kind of ready to like enjoy his beautiful lake house and be retired and hang out with his family, which you can blame him. But please, Sam,
Like
come back
we
home.
we can crowdfund like a $10 million salary and give it to you. Please.
What was his buyout?
Since he was under 500 at his record, it was only like 6.8 mil.
Only 6.8 mil. Whatever.
Oh yeah. I mean, life-changing money, but for Kirby's getting paid what, 13 a year?
I
So,
think something like that.
yeah.
I don't know.
If his record was above 500, he would have gotten closer to 10, but since it was under 500, it was, I believe, 6.8 was the exact number.
I think he'll still be okay.
Yeah. I don't think he's hurting for cash.
I don't think so either. But yeah, I think we both feel the same way about the O-line, which we talk about all the time, and Coach Charles, which I talk about all the time. I hate to be like that, but you got.
I mean, it's broke and we're not fixing it. So,
and at what point? What is the breaking point to where it gets fixed? Like,
and you know what? It kind of pissed me off that Kirby went into that post-game conference and was like, "Oh well, I don't lose sleep over losses to Alabama." You know what? You should, because your entire fan base does. We are 1-10 in our last 11 games against Alabama. Are you kidding? That is unacceptable.
Georgia looked fraudulent. Like they did not look like a championship team. It was like, we are no longer at the top.
Definitely not.
Did not deserve to win that game.
Honest to heavens, I was floored that we only dropped to 12 in the AP after that.
It was a mess. I really enjoyed the environment in Stanford. I do want to talk about that really quickly. The light up wristbands were incredible. However, I did not get one at Josh Brooks. I would like to talk about that. We don't have enough pom-poms on the hedges. Not everybody can get a pom-pom. And then not everybody got a light up bracelet. I know that we have the money for it.
Mm-hmm.
I have actually talked to Josh about this, and he says that we do have money in the budget for all the pom-poms. So what gives?
We have a capacity of 92,740 something. And why are we only ordering 65,000 wristbands?
I'm thinking that it was a math equation and somebody just said, okay, what's the number that we can get away with while making it still look really cool out there while also not ordering all of them. But
yeah. But I mean, if you're going to do something like that, like just spend the money, get it for the whole stadium. But yeah, no, I mean, outside of my debacle on Saturday, the environment was incredible. It was really fun. It was really loud. I enjoyed it a lot, but
let's get to fan etiquette in just a minute. I want to stay on this game, and then we're going to shame some fans.
Oh, yeah. We're going to shame some fans.
Okay, Caden Proctor for Alabama, number 74, like the largest man on the field, was incredible. Yeah. He will be playing on Sundays. I was very impressed with him. Was there anyone that you were impressed with on our side?
Chauncey Bowens has been just rock star this year. I was blown away by him and his performance. However lackluster the rest of the team was, he did a phenomenal job.
Yeah. I thought our defense looked really bad in the first half.
Well, when do we not look bad in the first half?
And why is that okay? And like the second half team is kind of getting old. Like, do you have to just get do you have to get chewed out at halftime by Kirby to then wake up? Bama had 13 of 19 third down conversions. Like, we just could not. Our DBs kept getting beat.
Well, and I mean, we've been having DB issues all season, and I think that does chalk up to, the recruiting aspect of it. We are just not getting the same level of talent that we have in the past. And these kids are good, but I mean, they are just getting outrun constantly.
Yeah. Our like Ty Simpson, I don't think ever got touched. His jersey was like Clorox white. It could have been a Tide commercial instead of a Roll Tide commercial.
And speaking of Ty Simpson, I have much stronger language that I could use that I'm not gonna. Screw you for touching our hedges. Screw you for that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, he took the hedges.
Oh no, you can't do that, man.
No, screw
No,
you for
that's
that.
not classy.
I was gonna speak highly of your performance because I thought you looked great, but you have you don't do that.
That's like, remember when the techies did that like several years ago? It's just like trashy. Like, don't. It's a bush, man. Like, leave it alone.
You don't go and deface whatever the hell they call it, the bell.
I mean, it's
Denny
a
chimes.
band.
Denny chimes. That's what it is.
Like, just leave it alone. It's classless. Don't
Like
do it.
it is not. Just don't. It pissed me off, and I'm already just pissed off enough about everything.
Everybody was pissed off that day. It was Georgia's first home loss in 6 years. It was just not a good time. We were sitting, I've already told Garrett this because she came and sat with me for a minute, but my husband and I were sitting behind Nate Fraser's parents, or his mom at least. And so that fumble was real rough because we couldn't say anything because his mom was directly in front of us. And so
I do love the Kirby bench him in the second half. Like I that is the type of coaching that I expect from my staff. You mess up, you fumble the ball, sit your ass down.
He'll learn from that one, I hope.
Yeah.
The Talon Taylor drop was rough. I think Ryan Williams had at least one drop. Did he have a couple?
I don't remember the exact number, but yeah.
So it was just a little messy, like on both sides. I didn't think that Bama necessarily looked good, but I wouldn't say great. But we made them look better, or Georgia made them look better, I should say.
Amen to that.
All right.
There is no reason we shouldn't have at least tied that game up, if not won, because we outplayed them in the second. They outplayed us by a mile in the first half, but we outplayed them in the second half, and we should have at least just go for 3. Why are we scared of overtime?
I think with the offensive performance and execution that we have seen, just take the points, take the 3 points.
There's nothing wrong with taking 3.
They don't pay me to make those decisions, unfortunately. So I'm just talking on YouTube for free. I'm going to talk about fan etiquette. Mine's much quicker, so I'm going to go ahead.
Oh no, go
first. There were 2 rows ahead of us, several Georgia fans, and then a couple that were Alabama fans. The girl was very nice. Like, I had on a button that said Bama and said some other stuff like about them. And she thought that I was like cheering for Bama. So she was like talking to me a little bit. Very nice girl. Not a big deal, whatever. I also don't like to be rude to opposing fans when they come to Athens because that is so tacky. It makes you look bad as a fan base. Like, you need to be hosting these people and welcoming.
Y'all haven't been to Athens in 10 years. We want y'all to come in and have a good time, regardless of how the game goes. We want y'all to come in, have fun, and leave with a good taste in your mouth.
Right. We don't want y'all to be like, oh, we hate those Georgia fans. They were so rude, whatever. I don't want people to feel about me like I feel about Florida fans.
Yep. Or Tennessee fans.
So I can't remember, Alabama started off hot, and I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was when Georgia first scored. I can't remember. But anyway, the Georgia fans around this Alabama couple start like messing with the guy, and they're like grabbing his hat and like trying to take his hat off and like physically touching this man and putting their hands on him. And I'm like, 1, you're lucky you're not going to get hit.
Yeah.
2, like, keep your hands to yourself. Like, and you don't even have to say anything to this man with your friends, for your team, but you do not have to direct your attention. Like, that's really rude. Don't do it. Be better. Yeah.
Don't touch people. I cannot stress that enough. Don't touch people.
You learned that
on top of that, don't be a bitch for no good reason.
Don't be rude for no reason.
Yeah. Garrett
had a bad experience in her section.
Garrett did have a very bad experience in her section. Allow me to set the scene. I quite literally have blacked out 90% of what happened because I was so upset, and you obviously saw it. But I am sitting there and I am cheering for my team, and like I said, get their asses because our guys aren't covering. And it's very typical stadium talk. My dad is over here talking, Papa John's talking, like everybody is talking because we're all fired up and pissed off. And I am literally sitting there with my head in my hands, like, please, Lord, please, I just want to win this game, please. And the lady, she was 2 rows in front of me, turns around and starts screaming at me. And she's like, you're belligerent, you're being obnoxious, you're hammered, you need to go, and meh, 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 and running her mouth. And so, of course, I am upset and pissed off. This lady's screaming at me. So I start crying. My dad is yelling at her. She's yelling at me. She's like, your mascara's running. You need to go. You need to go. And I'm like, my mascara's running because you're making me cry. And at some point, I was like, I have been in these seats for 25 years. Nobody has ever had an issue with me until you came along. So, like, I am clearly not the problem here. And we're asking around and we're like, is she being obnoxious? And everybody's like, no, she's literally just being a normal fan cheering for her team. Mm-hmm. So eventually I get fed up enough. I leave. I run into my friend Maggie. She helps me out. And then I go find you and you help me out. I leave and go back to the tailgate, watch the second half of the game from the tailgate. But Dad told me at the end of the game, he went up to the husband of this lady that was screaming at me and was like, I don't know if these are your seats. I don't know if we're going to see you anymore this season. We're going to bury the hatchet now because I want to be cordial and polite. But do you have a daughter? And the guy was like, yeah, actually, she's a freshman here. And my dad goes, well, I hope and pray nobody ever talks to your daughter the way that your wife spoke to mine.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. It was uncalled for. It was unnecessary. She was trying to be a bully. I said this to you at the game, but I don't understand the 50-year-old mean girl mentality. Like, I will never understand that. It's never been my thing. It will never be my thing. It is unbecoming. It is unflattering. Like, who are you trying to impress? And if get your ass is the worst thing that you heard on Georgia, Alabama, I don't think you were there.
Yeah, no. When I told my friends about it, they were like, has this lady never been to an SEC ball game before? And yeah, I mean, like, and don't get me wrong. I truly blacked out most of this. I am choosing not to remember it for a good reason. But like, even if I am cursing up a storm, which like my father would have told me if I was in the wrong. Let's be completely real here. My dad loves me, but he also loves me enough to correct me when I'm being a dumbass.
Right. But there were no children around. It's not like.
And like, even if I am, that gives you no excuse and no reason to speak to another person like that.
Right. You're belligerent. You're drunk. Your mascara's running. You need to go. My mascara's running because you're being mean. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
Just be nice. It's embarrassing. The dog on dog crime is embarrassing.
It is. It's honestly like, and I get it. We're all hyped up. We all want to do our own thing, but at a certain point, like, you've got to remember that human decency is also a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's my spiel on that.
Well, you will be remembered by how you treat people.
Amen.
So, treat people well.
Amen.
That'll be our episode title. All right, Kentucky's coming to town. Georgia and Kentucky last beat Georgia in 2009. Sorry, I just like had a stroke or something. I don't know what happened.
No, it's been that long.
Yeah, my words. Yeah, 2009, and it was in Athens.
Daggum.
Yeah, I don't think that streak will be broken this weekend. I'm hoping that last week woke our team up a little bit.
Where's some wood? Yeah, no. I mean, Mark Stoops is not Mark Stoops is not the answer to Kentucky's problems. Kentucky has and always will be a basketball school. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, and that's okay.
They've got 2 losses already to Ole Miss and South Carolina. I think they'll add a third this weekend. Their starting quarterback, Zach Calzada, has been out for a couple weeks. He's listed as probable for this weekend. But I have been kind of watching that all week, and that was just updated today. So I don't know where we stand on that. So their backup is Cutter Boley. He's a freshman.
His name is Cutter?
Cutter, like the bar.
Cutter Bully.
Cutter Boley. What a name.
That is quite a name.
Yeah. He's not doing
so hot. Sounds like a Key and Peele skit. I'm not.
What'd you say?
That sounds like a Key and Peele skit.
I don't even know what that is.
Are we about to have show and tell time?
Well, he's a 53% passer, so he's got to do better no matter what his name is. So yeah, if you're a betting person, you might want to put your money on the dogs.
We're gonna culture time out. We're gonna culture Kelsey real quick.
That's incredible. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not mad at a quarterback named Cutter.
No, I'm not. I mean, our quarterback's name is Gunner, so I don't really think we have room to talk.
Well, my favorite bar is Cutter's, so that's why I like it.
Yeah, Cutter's has very quickly moved up the list to my favorite. I think the All Good still takes the cake, but Cutter's is a very, very close second.
I like All Good, but I don't love it. Like, I liked it a lot in like 2012. I don't love it as much anymore. I just haven't had a good time there in a long time, but I also don't go there very often. And
I like it slightly more laid back than some of the other places.
Yeah, it is for sure. But it's so narrow that I kind of feel like you're just like crammed right there.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Getting upstairs, if you can get upstairs and get out back on the upstairs like rooftop, that's always super, super fun.
I need to do that. That is where I watched the 2012, I guess it was Georgia-Alabama game, was in All Good. Long time ago.
In a land far, far away.
Seriously. The Texas Longhorns take on the Florida Gators in Gainesville this weekend. That's going to be a lot of orange for your eyeballs.
Yeah, that's going to be a slight assault on my vision. I just don't like either of these teams. I think logically speaking, Texas is going to come out on top because Florida looks like dog. But like, is it wrong that I low-key want Florida to win? I don't like the fact that I just said that out loud.
I don't either. And we might have to end this podcast recording.
I don't like that.
I like that it just zoomed in on you automatically.
I don't like it. I'm so red.
Florida's lost 3 in a row. They've got to get their act together. DJ Lagway has more interceptions than he does touchdowns. They've just got to get it together.
I'm sorry, you can't help but laugh at that. Yeah, Napier's gone at the end of this year. But you know what? If he's not, that's fine. I'll take another couple easy dubs against Florida. Never ever going to complain about that. But yeah, I am just sick and tired of Texas. I'm tired of them being on their high horse and talking all this smack. And I want somebody to just, and if it has to be Florida, it has to be Florida.
I don't think it's going to be Florida. They're coming off a bye.
I unfortunately don't. But the last year, the Florida Ole Miss game, I was not pulling for the team that wore red.
I can't say that I've ever pulled for Florida because their fans aren't nice. Because
no, they're not. They're assholes, but I just love seeing the downfall of teams that get too cocky from a team that absolutely, like, no way in hell should have won that game. I love it. It is so much fun to me.
Texas is favored by 6.5. The over/under is 41. I would take the over. Neither one of these teams are looking great, though. Arch has under 900 yards passing. He's a 61% passer. Like, we've talked several times about how Arch is not performing as, all the preseason hype would have led you to believe.
No, and I do feel bad for the kid because it's not his fault, the name that's on his jersey. I think if his name were anything other than what it is, he would not have had nearly as much hype as he did.
Do you think he wants to change his last name to Smith?
No, at this point, you might as well just capitalize off the fact that that is your last name.
I actually really like the name Arch, and my husband shot it down for one of our baby names.
Damn it, Scott!
I know.
Because I like that too.
I think it's so cute, and it's like the Arch and downtown, like College Street.
Well, because that was when we were trying to recruit him super heavily. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so kismet. His name is Arch, the Georgia Arch. Like, it'd be perfect.
So cute.
And of course, he chose Austin because he'd somehow be less known in Austin than he would in Athens. Buddy, you're going to be in the national spotlight either way, but I'm not the one getting paid however much money he's making to play quarterback.
I think I've said this on here, so I'm sorry if I have, but every time I try to go to Austin, something terrible happens. The first time was COVID. The second time I was pregnant. So like something life-changing, like some crazy event happens every time I try to go to, like flights booked, not like thinking about going, like flights and hotel are booked. Yeah. So me and Austin are just not meant to be.
Yeah, no, I told some of my friends that I'm wanting to go to Dallas for my birthday this year. They were like, "You don't want to go to Austin?" And I was like, "Why the hell would I want to go to Austin?"
It's supposed to be a super fun town. Like we were
I'm sure it is, but like Dallas has better shopping. You can go to the Fort Worth stockyards. Like there seems to be a lot more. I feel like I'd like Dallas a lot more than I would like Austin. Austin gives me the same sort of vibe as Asheville.
Oh, see, I love Asheville, but I kind of like that weird, like they say, like keep Austin weird. I feel like Athens is a little bit like that, and I like that vibe. But
I like the vibe. There's nothing wrong with the vibe. I just know that there are certain places that I'm going to like more if given the opportunity.
Yeah, and that's fair. We'll have fun in Dallas. I've only ever been to the airport in Dallas, so I don't know. I haven't spent any time there.
This will be my first time in Texas, period.
I've literally only stopped through the Dallas and the Houston airport, like never left. I don't know. I don't think that counts if you don't step foot outside of the airport.
My rules on that are kind of iffy. It depends on how long. It depends on how long your layover is.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago, but not like anything crazy.
Yeah, no, then you haven't been to Texas.
Yeah, I'm going to call it a no.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll get there eventually one day. Vanderbilt goes to play in Tuscaloosa. Diego Pavia is all pumped. I am a believer in Diego.
I am roll doors all weekend. Will that make us look worse? Potentially. Do I care? No.
I really just like the Vanderbilt program. I like the excitement that their fans, who they now have fans.
Shocking.
Do what?
I said shocking.
Yeah. I like that people are now excited about this program. It was always just kind of like the last, the little brother of the SEC. I like Clark Lee. I like what he's done there. I love going to Nashville. I say that all the time, and I want them to do well, and I'm really happy for Diego Pavia. Some people don't like him. Some people think he might be a little too, outspoken or whatever. I like him.
I don't care. You know what? Like, it'd be one thing if you were talking and didn't have the track record that he has. Like, the kid can say whatever the hell he wants. He has taken little brother Vanderbilt, tiny little Vanderbilt that can barely win 3 games a year, to College Game Day is now coming to Alabama versus Vanderbilt. Who would have thought?
Yeah. Well, I think I was listening to one of the college football radio shows, and they were saying that it's a different environment in Tuscaloosa this weekend. It's not just like, oh, ho-hum, Vanderbilt's coming, we'll roll out of bed and do whatever. They're like, all right, we've got a game this weekend. I think they're probably feeling a little bit more confident after last weekend, but still some excitement. Vanderbilt's undefeated. Of course, Alabama had that first week 1 loss. Diego's a 74% passer. Ty Simpson is a 69% passer. And they've got Jam Miller back. We saw Jam Miller last week, so that will help them out. But Bama's favored by 10.5.
Yeah, I I think if Vanderbilt does pull this off, it's going to be in crazy fashion. I don't think that being in Bryant-Denny helps a whole lot, but I think if any Vanderbilt team can do it 2 years in a row, it would be Diego Pavia and that Vanderbilt team. So I will be wearing black. I won't be wearing gold, but I'll be wearing black and I'll be roll doors all the way.
Go Doors. Anchor down. I will be I can wear gold jewelry and wear black.
Yes, I'll have my gold bracelets and my gold earrings on.
I don't think I own any gold clothing. That's a 3:30 game, so I'll have that on TV. Well, I guess I'll go back and forth between that one and Texas, Florida.
Yeah, I am planning on leaving. I'm actually on the fence if I'm even going this weekend. I want to go just because I do have my game streak alive, and I like being able to say that I've only missed one game in the last 5 years, but I also it's Kentucky. It's not that big of a deal.
Miami goes to Florida State. This is going to be a really good game. I'm really excited about
it. This is going to be a really good game. I still cannot believe that Virginia won that game. I think that the call for that touchdown was wrong.
That was a tough overtime loss. This is going to be Miami has a really good defense. Florida State has a really good offense. They're averaging 600 yards of offense a game.
Huh?
Yeah.
I did not know
that. So I don't know who to pick in this one. Miami's favored by 4.5 last time I looked. And I at first was going Miami, but now I'm leaning Florida State.
I'm leaning FSU. And this is actually this doesn't even have anything to do with Carson Beck. This is truly Florida State can clearly pull off the impossible. And I could see this happening.
Yeah, I agree. And I think they're going to be real. I think they're going to come out with something to prove after losing to Virginia last week. So
yeah,
I'll be doing the chop at my house.
And that's never frowned upon because go Braves.
Were you reflexively doing that the first week when they played Alabama? I mean, I was
1,000%. Oh my gosh. No, that was so much fun. And obviously I couldn't do it too loud considering the sheer amount of Bama Greek Life kids that were at Encore. But I was having myself a time with that game.
I was just sitting by myself doing the chop. It was incredible. I want to talk a little bit about LSU. They have a bye this week, but I want to talk about Brian Kelly's post-game press conference after their loss to Ole Miss last week. When he came out, go ahead.
I know that we talked about him last week already, but
he's done it again.
This guy has got to learn some interview etiquette. Good Lord.
He needs to go through media training. I know that Kirby puts our guys through media training. They're all very well spoken whenever they are asked questions. Somebody needs to send Brian Kelly the PDF that our players look at. I don't know.
Yeah.
He said, quote, Garrett Nussmeier has to play better. That's the first thing out of his mouth when asked about the game. Why are you throwing your quarterback under the bus?
I was about to say, first of all, not too much on my name twin, okay?
Calm down over there.
Second of all, you as a coach, the last thing you want to do is be, and granted, everybody always says, well, you don't, I know that I have never coached, but you don't throw your players under the bus like that. You take that heat on yourself, even if you know that it was somebody else's fault. You take that heat and you internalize that.
You say, use the term we've got to play better. We've got to do this. Nuss was 21 for 34, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Remember whenever the last press conference when the reporter said, why can't y'all run the ball? And he said, we can run the ball. Didn't you see the last play of the game? Well, LSU ran for 57 yards.
Yeah.
Against Ole Miss. So evidently that reporter was right.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw, I mean, obviously I have a lot of Ole Miss friends and I'm still, just somewhat plugged into the Ole Miss sphere, even though Fin down, whatever the hell, however you say, go to hell, Ole Miss. They have Trinidad flags at all of their tailgates in the Grove now.
As they should. From Ferris State, Trinidad Chambliss. I listened to the Ferris State head coach was on Sirius XM today talking about him. And we may not, he pointed out that, like, if Austin Simmons had not have gotten hurt, like, we may never have heard of it. Like, we wouldn't know this kid's name.
Yeah.
But he's doing a fantastic job at Ole Miss. I think we talked about this last week, but I think we're both liking Lane Kiffin.
Oh, yeah. He has gotten a lot more likable in the last, like, I'd say, like, year-ish. He's funny. He's lighthearted. He's growing on me a lot. I still don't, and my hatred for Ole Miss definitely just stems from the stuff that I went through out there. So, like, no tea, no shade. I don't like you, but I think that the program is turning around and that Lane is doing a great, great job out there.
You don't like them for personal reasons. Like, you had a bad experience, not
exactly.
Because Garrett went to school there.
It's personal. It's not business.
Yeah. It's the opposite. Oh. Well, it's going to be a really good week of games. I'm going to be glued to my TV on Saturday. We've got to get our outdoor TV working. We haven't turned it on yet. So
the side yard looks spectacular.
Thank you. We're really happy with it. We had to actually have the guys come back today because they put like a coating on the concrete and the coating dried like splotchy.
Oh.
So they had to come back today and try to fix it, and they can't figure out how to fix it. And so the guy's like, I'm going to call like the Bear epoxy coating company tomorrow, because it's like we've already paid what we're going to pay. So it's like coming out of his pocket now.
Yeah.
So he's like, I've already paid $1,600 for this and put 4 coats on it. And I don't know what to do.
Hey, as long as you don't need to speckle it.
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. But other than that, it is fantastic. It looks beautiful. We're really excited about it. If any of y'all need work done, Reeves Construction or Contracting, they're in Northeast Georgia.
Okay.
Do you have anything else for this week, Garrett?
I really don't like the fact that Auburn's on a bye right now. I really don't like it.
I don't know if we're going to watch that game at home or if we're going to try to go downtown.
I will be in Minnesota enjoying screaming on the couch for that. I don't like the fact that they have a bye and that we are coming off of well, you know what though? I think if we had won against Alabama, I'd be a little more nervous, but I don't want to lose to Alabama and Auburn in the same season.
Absolutely
Please.
not.
Oh, I am also pissed off at all the people on Twitter being like, oh, well, maybe it's time that we start looking at Kirby. I think that we have a lot of issues on our coaching staff, and our head coach is not one of them. When does Will Muschamp's son graduate?
You're not going to like what I'm about to say.
Go.
I am a Kirby lover. I'm not hitting on Kirby, and I would be scared to say this to his face because I'm scared of Kirby because he is an angry man. When you go to those summer scrimmages and he's screaming in the microphone and he's calling out the reporters and you're in the stands trying not to make any sudden movements because you don't want to be in trouble too. But I have heard Kirby say at these summer practices to his coaches, how you coach, how they play is a reflection of how you coach. So at what point is how Stacey Searles coaches or these other coaches coach a reflection of how Kirby coaches? We can't fire Stacey Searles, but Kirby can. So at what point is that on him? I do not want Kirby to go anywhere.
He's locked in through what, 2031?
I think maybe for the rest of time. I don't know. We all in Kirby we trust, but I know that
it was a 10-year
Well, I know that
10-year extension in 2024. So
he's not
uh,
oblivious to these problems. He is
no.
more aware than any of us. He spends probably 80 hours a week watching film and doing all these things. And I know he has to make hard decisions being the head coach. And I think people calling for his job are ridiculous and like, get out of here. But
I mean, and a lot of people still are angry about last season, and I am still riding my high horse of I don't think that last season was a wash. We won the SEC and made the playoffs. That I cannot call that a wash in my book. We got a ring and got to sure, we lost in the playoffs, but we don't have to win a natty every single year for us to have a good coach. And quite frankly, the layout of college football has changed so drastically literally just since we won our last national championship that we've got to give not just Kirby, we've got to give a lot of these coaches in college football a little bit of grace because they are navigating completely new and uncharted territories. Do y'all really think that if Nick Saban were in this current day and age, he wouldn't be having a little bit of a hard time trying to figure it out?
I think they all are, trying to navigate the NIL, the transfer portal, the expanded playoffs. I think that Georgia fans also got really spoiled with the back-to-back natties, right? We were in the desert for 40 years, and then all of a sudden back-to-back, and then we kind of think, well, we need to be there every year.
Mm-hmm.
So I will agree with you that last season was not a wash, but we did have I feel like we won a lot of games last season in spite of how we played.
I would agree with you on that. I would completely agree with you on that. Yeah, I do not think that it is time to be calling for Kirby's head. I don't think it is time to be calling for Kirby's head unless we are going back-to-back 7-5 playing in the freaking Outback Bowl. That is the point where we can start calling for Kirby's head. But for right now, I think that more of the focus needs to be on we need to get the right specialist coaches on staff.
I also want to say that go to a bowl game. If you're not making the playoffs, if you're just going bowling, go bowling. It's so much fun.
It is so fun. Hello, they have a literal Bahamas Bowl.
I know.
I don't think the Pop-Tart Bowl is literally as much as I love the playoffs and I love the whole ceremony of it all, the Pop-Tarts Bowl is the game that I look forward to the most.
You do love the
every single season. It's so fun. And I would love for us to get a chance to go back to the Rose Bowl.
I didn't get to go to the Rose Bowl, so I would love to go. I did not make it out to California for that one. Sorry, I'm wrestling my paper.
No, you're fine.
I did go
I'm over here crushing a olive eucalyptus leaf. It smells really good.
I did go to the UCLA campus when I was out there for the Natty, but I did never see the Rose Bowl Stadium.
It is truly, and I'm it's not like some, feat of a stadium. It's not absolutely massive, but it is just so cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool.
We'll get back there one day.
We will. Maybe. Let's see how the rest of this season shakes out.
There's several good teams, but I don't know if there's one great team that is standing out.
I would agree with that. All of the good teams look the same. And there are some just average teams. I feel like in this day and age, you're just kind of run-of-the-mill good. But I don't feel like there's anybody that's just stand out great this year.
And we still have several weeks to go, so we'll see how teams improve over the season. The saying is the games they remember are played in November. So
yeah,
we still got a few weeks before that.
Ready to see more of Dan Lanning and his Coke jaw.
Don't talk about my man.
I love you, Daddy Lanning.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks. Go Ducks all the way.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining us for week 6. We will see you next week.
Bye, y'all. Have a very fun weekend and go dogs.
Everybody, go dogs.